All right, let's get right into it because the AI on your phone, well, it's about to go through a massive, massive shakeup. We are talking about a fundamental change to one of the most famous voice assistants on the entire planet.
I mean, just pause and think about that for a second. What if the voice assistant you've been using for years to, set timers and check the weather, could suddenly draft complex emails, plan your entire weekend getaway, and actually understand context like a real person? Well, that future, it might be a whole lot closer than you think.
So, what is going on here? What's fueling this huge potential change? I want to be clear. We are not talking about some minor software update. No, this is a complete reinvention of what Siri is. And here it is, the headline that's turning heads. A major report from Reuters says that two of the biggest rivals in tech, we're talking Apple and Google, are actively negotiating to put Google's incredibly powerful Gemini AI model right inside the iPhone. This is a really, really big deal. Just think about what this means for a second. Siri, which, let's be honest, has kind of fallen behind in the great AI race, could literally leapfrog an entire generation of technology. It would go from being a simple command taker to a true conversational AI, putting it right up there with the best of the best. Okay, so what exactly is this Gemini that might be coming to your phone? What makes it so different from the tech Apple is using right now? Let's break it down. In simple terms, Gemini is basically Google's direct answer to models like OpenAI's GPT-4. But here's the key. It's not just built to respond. It's built to reason. And it's multimodal. That's a really important word here. It means it can understand and process text, voice, images, you name it, all at the same time. But the real magic isn't just in these separate features. It's how they all work together. Its deep reasoning lets it solve complex problems. Its multimodal skill means it can, say, see what's on your screen while listening to your voice. And its contextual understanding means it actually remembers the conversation you're having. You put all that together, and you've got a seriously intelligent assistant.
So, in the real world, the difference would be absolutely staggering. We're talking about a night and day change. We'd be moving from these simple one-shot commands to handling complex, multi-step tasks that require genuine understanding and planning. That right there, that's the Gemini difference.
Okay, let's make this real. Because this isn't just some abstract tech. This is about what your iPhone could actually do for you, day in and day out. The first huge change would be nuance. You could finally give Siri creative and, subjective instructions. It's not just write a tweet, it's write a funny tweet. Gemini's language skills would totally allow for that kind of creative on-demand, tailored just for you. And this is a perfect example of that multimodal power we were just talking about. Siri could understand you're in one app, Safari, but you need info from another app, your calendar. And it could just show it to you right there without you having to switch back and forth. It's all about that seamless integration across your whole phone. So to kind of sum it up, you can expect a Siri that you can actually have a real back and forth conversation with. One that works effortlessly with all your Apple apps. And it could even do some tasks without an internet connection. This would finally make Siri the proactive, smart assistant Apple always promised it would be. Now let's zoom out for a minute, because as huge as this is for your iPhone, it is even bigger for the entire tech industry. This is a massive strategic power play.
Make no mistake, the battle for the next decade of technology is being fought over AI. And the company that owns the dominant AI platform, the one that's on billions of devices, listening, helping, that company is going to have an unbelievable advantage. This partnership could very well decide who wins.
And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? In this war between the giants, Apple, Google, Meta, controlling the main way we interact with our devices, our voice, that is the ultimate prize. It's a direct line right into the user's world. And then think about their ripple effects. For the millions of developers out there building apps for the iPhone, a super smart Siri would just blow the doors open to a whole new universe of possibilities. They could create smarter, more integrated, and way more helpful apps. The entire App Store ecosystem could evolve. But, of course, with all this incredible power comes, well, a lot of questions. This kind of technology isn't without some very serious risks, and we absolutely have to talk about them.
This is probably the number one question on everybody's mind. Apple has literally built its brand on privacy. Meanwhile, Google has built its entire business on data. So, how do you merge those two philosophies when your private conversations are being processed? It's a huge point of tension.
And the risks definitely don't stop there. We have to think about things like algorithmic bias, getting baked right into our phones, or the potential for AI hallucinations. That's when the AI literally just makes things up. And then there's the very real risk of us becoming way too dependent on a technology that's so deeply woven into our lives. These are tough challenges Apple and Google will have to navigate very, very carefully. So that brings us to the final question. This isn't just a tech upgrade, it's a paradigm shift. It brings incredible convenience, yeah, but it also brings significant risks. The question isn't really if our devices will get this smart anymore, but when, and if we're actually ready for it.
So, what do you think? Are you ready? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. If you're excited about this, comment Gemini Siri, and we'll share some creative ideas for prompts you can try when it launches. And of course, to stay on top of all the AI news that's changing your world, make sure